Well, hello, sinners. Wait, no, that's not my intro. Um, what's up, Greg? No. Wow, I really haven't uploaded in a while. I don't even remember my intro. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Safe Zone. My name is the Master Reactor, and today it's getting a lot sunnier, and we're going to be watching my first time playing Dungeons & Dragons from Jaiden Animations. As you can see, it's been a while. A lot has changed. Um, got the beautiful flag in the background over here. That's awesome. And my hair is not dark anymore. um, it it has been a long time since I've uploaded, and I've gone through a lot of emotional and physical stresses, and it's getting really sunny and I look like I'm on fire. Sorry for all the lighting changes in this. It is just a weird time of day and there's gonna be a ton of weird lighting choices, so please try to ignore that. But I am so excited to get back into reacting. It has been a long time since I've reacted to a video. I've gotten tons of requests in the Discord. This is actually where I got this video, so if you have requests as well, you can always leave them in the comments down below or go over to the Discord and leave them in the reaction request channel. That way I can see what y'all want me to watch most. I am going to be filming a Doug video for tomorrow, so make sure to look forward to that. But before we do anything when it comes to reacting, I just want to say thank you all so much, because I literally just saw this when I sat down to record. We already hit 3,000 subscribers, which is it's just incredible. I'm so thankful for all of you out there watching my videos, and I'm just so happy. So thank you all so much for the support. You all have been an amazing fan base. Like, literally, you are all so accepting and nice and kind, and it's amazing to see that we've amassed 30,000 subscribers, which is just a milestone I never thought I'd reach. So thank you so much for that. But let's commemorate that with our first video back. My first time playing Dungeons & Dragons. I'm so excited because I've watched a little bit of Jaiden Animations and I love Dungeons & Dragons. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Also, I definitely saw our good old slimy friend in the thumbnail, so I can only assume it's gonna get weird. Before we start this video, I also want to say that this is not a substitution for the original video. Go watch Jaiden's video on her channel. It'll be linked down below before you watch my video, and then you can come back and watch my video. I am not at all replacing the content creator, and all the credit goes to them because they created the content. I'm just reacting to it. But anyway, let's get into the video.
Dungeons & Dragons is like a board game without the board, and you play using your imagination. If you think of something, it can just happen in game. D&D is very popular. Almost everyone I've ever met absolutely loves it, and I have never played it before, even though I always thought I would really like it. People would tell me stories of their games, like, so this one time me and my party were entering a cave, and there was a big ogre guarding some treasure, but I used my charisma stat to seduce him, and we ended up eloping together. Dude, if you don't think that's...
And in every single game of D&D I've played, which granted isn't a lot of games, but I definitely have played my good few of games, there's always that one player who tries to seduce everything, and like it's never like out of place because it like somehow works, and it's just kind of like a staple of the D&D community now, I guess, where like I seduce the door. If you've seen that clip, that's like a huge popular clip. But that happens all the time.
Sounds crazy fun, then I don't think we would get along, and you should probably unsubscribe. But if you do think that sounds fun, then hey. Sorry, I've never done that before. It felt weird. I decided to reach out to Charlie, aka Slimecicle.
Yeah. That's a great pause frame. 3. No, I know he's pushing up his glasses, but I love Jaiden's style. Like I've watched her a bit in the past, and I love Jaiden's like just art style. I love it. It's like so like it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's just fun to watch. It's very entertaining.
AKA Charlie Slimecicle, because he's super into D&D, and we ended up forming a little group of me, Alpharad, Ronbu as the players, and Charlie as the dungeon master. which is like the game organizer slash manager slash god. We all created our characters, and into the world we were teleported.
I saw Rambu's
The clouds
little cat
part
character.
over a vast, lush forest. In it, a giant ancient oak tree can be found looming over all the other trees. The inside has been hollowed out, and a sign hangs on the side reading Old Oak Inn. Inside, many creatures of various origins are relaxing, drinking, socializing, but one stands out.
Was that like the Critical Role characters? Ooh, I'm gonna feel bad if that was not Critical Role. I'm looking that up because I need to know. Yes, okay, it is Critical Role. Okay, I just want to make sure I got that right. Because I saw the, one sec, we're gonna go back a bit.
Many creatures of various origins are
right there. That character right there is who I based my Baldur's Gate character off of. And I was like, I know that character.
relaxing, drinking, socializing, but one stands out. A cat, equipped with various instruments, sits at a table,
Is that a
leaning over
bagpipe?
a cup of milk and scanning the room. They spot a dragonborn drinking at the bar, alone, seemingly pondering life. From the other end of the bar, a man in a suit approaches the dragon and starts a casual conversation. Do you know Mark? No, I don't. Who are you? I'm Paul. I'm an assistant manager at Ye Old Mart of Wall.
Ye Old Mart of Wall. Shut up, bro. Oh my god. Okay. I just want to. What an opening line. Just. You know, Mark. Like what the fuck?
43 years old, my wife passed away during childbirth, my parents died, and my only child, Paul Jr., ran away at age 6. I'm living a deadbeat life, not even able to go up in the corporate ladder because my manager, Mark,
Oh,
prevents me
okay.
from doing so. So here I am, drinking away my woes. I'm Zoot. Hi, excuse me, are you two new around here? Born and raised, I wish I
Aw.
was. Okay, so I've been stuck in a time loop for what I believe to be the past 3 years. I've relived the same day over and over. I suspect my neighbor Thomas somehow trapped me here, but I don't know how to escape.
Who's Thomas?
I can prove it. Look, over there. In about 5 seconds, there's a 70% chance a waiter is gonna trip and drop their glasses onto the ground.
I love the way that Jaiden's drawn this.
Well, alright, it's a bit impressive, but, like, it's gonna take a bit more convincing because that wasn't all that. Suddenly, a sheep crashes through the tavern windows and starts rampaging around the inn. It's going straight up crazy, knocking over tables, knocking over people. Paul mentions it's got something in its mouth, and the sheep immediately stops and runs straight up to him. As Paul takes what seems to be a scroll out of the sheep's mouth, Zoot whips out their mace in an attempt to pepper spray the sheep, but slips on a puddle of rum and accidentally sprays Paul, who...
I guess I'm not surprised because D&D can oftentimes have like real world like not implications but objects come into it. Like I've seen like people use like joints or like cell phones in their D&D campaigns. Mace? What? Huh?
just is disappointed at this point. The three open the scroll, and Zoot, recognizing it's a speak with animals spell, translates it, casting a huge
Whoa.
shockwave and
That's a
blasting
cool way of drawing
everything in
that.
its radius. Hello? Can you understand me now? Why the did you try to spray me with mace? Zoot and the sheep start bickering as Paul and Tholomew just stare at them. Just forget it, forget it. I'm no ordinary sheep. I used to be human and was cursed into a sheep's body. My name is Luop, and I need your help becoming human again.
Luop?
Please. Alright, Lop. Well, it's Luop. Come on, guys, let's go. And for some reason, they all went along with it, still not understanding what the hell is going on. Maybe, they both thought, they could find their arch enemies, Mark and Thompson, along the way. The group is walking through the-
Hold on, isn't Mark Thompson like a person? Yeah, Mark Thompson's the CEO of CNN. Was that intentional?
woods. Tholomew is very on edge.
I don't know how it
feeling
would, like,
something
fit in,
isn't
but-
quite right. The tree line is shifting in unnatural ways. Oak trees are turning into birch. The bushes
Whoa.
are rustling. Zoot spots various random animals along the path and picks up a turtle, which they add to their inventory. Paul tries to pocket a turtle of his own, but it turns out to be a rock and is then mauled by a cougar. He ends up unharmed, though.
Whoa,
his
why was
adventure
that
suit he
sound
changed
effect
into
so
is
much
now
louder than the rest of the
ruined.
video?
Zoot feels bad about
That, like,
Paul not getting a
scared
turtle,
me.
so they offer to let Paul name theirs, to which he chooses Paul Jr. They eventually reach a clearing with a large stone outcrop covered in engraved shifting runes. Carved into a stone is a large bronze door with a face on it.
It's a really
Hello?
goofy looking face.
You should try to impress it. Okay.
Answer me these riddles 3, and then you can come in. I'm a riddle door.
I could just hear I don't know if that was Jaiden's like interpretation of what happened, or he actually said this. That's totally something Charlie would say. Like I could just hear Charlie's voice through the and enter. I'm a riddle door, you know. like he had prepared something, but it's like, this is stupid. I'm just gonna say it.
The alphabet goes from A to Z, but I go from Z to A. What am I?
The alphabet backwards.
Wrong! The answer was zebra. Who's next?
This is so Charlie. Like this is just so Charlie.
I move without wings, between silken strings. I leave as you may find, my substance behind.
I'm gonna say a spider, because I got the butt strings.
Correct!
That sounds like Rambo.
May pass.
The butt strings.
Wait, but can you turn our friend back?
Oh yeah, double or nothing. Answer this next riddle.
Oh yeah, dumb or nothing.
I creep and crawl with no eyes, legs, or ears, but I can move the earth with my peers. What am I?
With your what?
Can you use it in a sentence?
Answer to the question?
Yeah, like spelling bee style.
Nice try, but you're not gonna
You could just hear like Slimecicle like roll the dice.
I think I picked up on it. I don't know if you noticed, but he said worm on accident. I'm very detail oriented.
Don't listen to him, he's a zero.
Paul Jr.
I love how this has like the energy of a Jane's animation video, but also you could just hear the whole campaign through the voice of Charlie. At least if you play D&D, you know like what it sounds like talking to a DM and what they would like have to do in order for some things to happen or some things to not happen. And so it's so funny watching this and just hearing the game happen in real time in my head. It's just like the constant like, wait, hold on. Okay, so she wants us to use it in a sentence. Nice try. Like,
Here, what do you think the answer is? Turtle. Turtle, final answer. It's a worm.
turtle.
The adventurers walk through the door's mouth, which closes behind them. As they're walking into an open room, they're greeted by a
Is that a
closed
suitcase
silver
with the
door.
battle axe?
Zoot immediately pitches the turtle at the door, but nothing happens. There's 3 dishes of clay placed in front of 3 pedestals.
Why do
and
that
the
to
door
the
face
turtle?
emerges once again, this time on the ceiling.
In order to
I-
continue,
I love how she's drawn this. This is like it's just so cute and like it looks stupid, and that's what I love about it. Like,
whatever you want.
Not wanting to deal with more riddles, Zoot throws a dagger into the door's eye.
Dude, fine, I'm not helping you with this one.
The group, now lost with no direction, decides for some reason
Whoops.
to all start eating the clay, even feeding some to Paul Jr. and Wop against their wills. After all
Why?
the clay has been consumed, the pillars glow red and more clay drops down from the ceiling, resetting the puzzle.
oh,
Huh. Out of ideas,
Try
they
eating it
decide
again.
to do what the door face suggested. Tholomew sculpts a crown, Zoot rolls out a worm, and Paul builds a penguin. They all place their creations on pedestals, which sink in and beam green before the lights turn out and everything goes dark. They flash back on and suddenly all their creations have come to life
that's
in weird
cool.
clay flesh bodies.
That's
Paul
so
cleaves
cool.
at his penguin with his great axe, nearly cutting it clean in half, revealing that the inside is just more clay. The worm monster looks at Zoot and says, "It's wormin' time!" causing Zoot to scream
Of course.
and sending a shockwave towards it, immediately exploding the worm and splattering clay everywhere, living as a normal-sized worm now. The worm lunges and wraps itself around Zoot's throat, trying to choke them out. Tholomew rips the arms off the crown monster and dodges its follow-up attack. The penguin reforms itself, sprints full speed at Paul, but slips and splats into a pile of clay on the ground, to which Paul finishes off with his axe. Meanwhile, Tholomew attempts to rip the legs off the crown, only for the crown legs to turn into arms, grabbing Tholomew and climbing onto their head, causing them to lose their mind, viewing the other party members as enemies. Paul shifts his attention to Tholomew, throwing his great axe horizontally at the crown. Unfortunately, it goes a bit low and the handle smacks Tholomew directly in the face. Zoot gets a grip on the worm, ripping it off their throat, and breathes acid onto it until it's reduced to ash. Tholomew blows on their bagpipes to attack Paul, sending out a thunderous shockwave that shakes the cavern. Paul is able to hold his ground, runs up to the two, and successfully cleaves the crown off Tholomew's head. All the clay monsters have been defeated. The silver door opens, and everyone cheers together in celebration. The adventurers enter the new room to be greeted by wooden structures, spiral staircases, platforms, and a golden door at the very back wall. It looks like a camp is set up inside the area, and voices can be heard above on one of the platforms. Tholomew scans the area, looking for traces of their neighbor.
First of all, I meant to pause this earlier, but I'm like so engrossed in the story I forgot to. I love the idea of having like the like from a DM's perspective, you'd have to have like probably like preset stats and stuff that you'd give to the creatures, but having the players themselves come up with what the creatures are, and then you as the DM can build off that, like, okay, so it's a crown. The crown grows legs, but then when you try to rip off the legs, they turn into arms. And like being able to think about that like on the fly really like it really shines to Slimecicle's like skill as a DM. Also, if you see me looking over here a ton, it's because that's where my monitor is. Like my monitor with the web setup. I'm cutting all this, but I'm explaining it to myself. And so I'm looking at myself in my webcam, even though I'm supposed to be talking over here. But that like goes to show how like skilled of a DM that Slimecicle is, that he's able to like take these creations like a worm, which is just the ball of clay rolled up. So I mean, sure. And then turn that into like it's a huge worm, and then like if you defeat it or if you like blow it up, it turns into a smaller worm, and then it can do like other things. Like it's so creative, and I'm like I love that. Like that's such a cool idea.
Thompson. Not only do they discover a pack of goblins that have inhabited the area, but he also recognizes a familiar boot print in the clay. It's the same type Thompson wears. He's been here. Paul climbs up to the goblin platform and sparks conversation. The goblins are confused and a bit wary of the intruders, but introduce themselves nonetheless.
I'm Gob, that's Glob, that's Gobble, that's Gobble Gob, and that's the Peeler.
The Peeler is such a Slimecicle name. Here's the thing, right? What I love about DMing, I haven't personally DM'd, but I've seen other people like do it, and I've like seen how they do it, is that every single person, like Matt Mercer or Slimecicle or Brennan Lee Mulligan, have a style that they kind of like stick to with DMing. And it's like a signature on like an art piece. And I think that's the best way I think I can put it. But it's like a signature on the art piece, because it's like when you hear someone talk about the campaign, you're like, okay, that sounds exactly like something that Slimecicle would come up with, or something that Brennan would come up with. And like it's not like it's uninspired, but it's like that taste of flair that's like that's so cool that it came from this mind, because I can totally see where that came from. Does that make sense? I feel like I explained that weird. But like the gobbledy-doo, I don't remember the names, and then the Peeler, like, yeah, obviously Slimecicle DM'd this.
And who's that?
That's Bloyle.
So your names are Gob, Glob, Gobble, Gobble Gob, Peeler, and Bloyle?
The Peeler.
got it. So your name is the Peeler. You don't know anything about Mark or Thompson.
I only know about one thing. And that's peeling! Yeah!
Ah, great, there you go.
Oh, jeez. Okay, all right, we're leaving. Paul starts booking it to the door they came in through, the Peeler right on his tail, stabbing at his ankles. No one else is doing or saying anything, they're just watching. Paul makes it back to the previous room, and the Peeler slinks into the shadows. With Paul in the other room and Tholomew and Zoot unable to speak Goblin, Tholomew is left trying to communicate through improvised sign language,
Of course.
pointing at the door and blowing kisses at the goblins to signal peace. Zoot tries to slip around the goblins in the meantime, as communication is clearly not working and the goblins are only getting more aggressive, but they bump into an invisible force they can't see, alerting the goblins, who are now initiating combat. Zoot decides to keep running to the door as Tholomew bangs on their drums, sending sound shockwaves at the attacking goblins.
Just Rambo coming in like. Again, I know I'm gonna say this like a million times during this video, but the art style that Jaiden has like perfected is so amazing because it's like so cute and it like engages you in the story, but also it's super detailed at the same time while still having that simplistic look to it. It's weird to explain, but like you get it, and it's like so good. Also, this impact like frame of like the sound waves traveling, very cool.
Gob, Glob, and Gobble are all sent flying off the edge of the platform, falling to their deaths. Gobblegob, in a fit of rage after losing his friends, lunges at Tholomew but misses completely, sending himself off the edge of the platform too. The Peeler emerges from the shadows to lunge at Tholomew, who is taking up Loyal, but Paul jumps in just in time, clashing blades with him. As everyone is distracted, Zoot gets to the door, peeking in to see an entirely golden room with a small golden rod shaped like a tree branch floating at the center. The branch shifts between valuable materials, at one moment being made of gold, then emerald, and ruby. Gobblegob, the goblin that accidentally dove off the side of the platform, sprints back up the stairs and attempts to tackle Tholomew off the platform, but accidentally leaps over him and plummets once again over the edge, this time to his demise. Paul and Tholomew perform a clumsy team attack together and finish off the Peeler, ending the battle, but because of the uncoordinated attack, Paul's axe is now peeled. They all hurry over to Zoot and enter the golden room together, trying to figure out how to get the artifact down. Zoot suggests they all toss Slop into the air to get it down, so Paul Solongi Bowser's the sheep into the air, but in the complete opposite direction. Tholomew quickly runs over and breaks his fall, and before Lop can say anything, they throw him again, this time hitting their target as they both fall to the ground. No one stops Lop's fall this time as he lays motionless on the floor. As Tholomew is healing up Lop, Zoot approaches the wand, only for it to be snatched by an invisible force. An unseen figure then reveals itself. Well, hey there, neighbor. Oh, and Paul. It's me, your good friend, Mark Thompson.
Oh my god!
Tholomew, you ruined my life! Spreading false rumors about me. You said I cursed you, and now no one wants to talk to me. My wife and kids left me. Everyone avoids
The fact
me.
that he's just
So I spent years becoming
the fact that he's just a Walmart manager is so stupid, and I love it.
a dark wizard, and I'm gonna have my revenge. What about me? And you, Paul. Anyway, yeah!
Anyway.
You all are gonna be spending the rest of your lives here in this shifting sanctum.
Not hot dogs.
I'm going now. Tholomew quickly casts Locate Object on the wand Mark is now holding and throws ink in the general direction, hoping to reveal where Mark is, but unfortunately it doesn't land. Zoot sprints in the direction Tholomew indicated and attempts to tackle the air. They make contact but bounce off of Mark's rock-solid beer gut, breaking the invisibility spell.
The rock-solid beer gut is definitely a sentence. One of the sentences of all time.
Tholomew whips out their drums, slamming it with the intent to cast a Thunderwave on Mark, sending him flying from the impact. Zoot follows behind and shouts, "Depression!" casting a command spell on him. He stops in his tracks, facing Zoot, and says, "I'm so sad, having never dealt with depression before." He pulls out a picture of his ex-wife and kids and just stares at it longingly. Paul and Tholomew see their chance to attack him and once again try to use an ultimate team attack. They grip Paul's peeled axe together and throw it in tandem at Mark. But once again, they mess up and Tholomew is accidentally sent flying with the axe as it pierces Mark's chest. Mark is
the way that Jaiden draws like Rambu's character, like the cat just like in like the like screeching position or just like the freeze position where like they're so scared they can't move, is it's so adorable.
Unfazed, still wallowing in his depression, but Zoot sees this as an opportunity, casting Disguise Self and visually turning themselves into Mark's ex-wife. Ella, is that you?
So
It
we're
is.
just like emotionally torturing this man. What?
Mark. Mark drops the photo and wand, sobbing, and slowly walks towards Zoot, who has their arms out, ready for his embrace. He grabs Zoot and pulls them close. Tears
This is a
stream
little
down his face. It's been so hard. It's okay. I'm here now.
This is cruel. This is cruel.
Zoot pulls back just a bit, just to look into Mark's eyes, which are sparkling with tears, and proceeds to acid blast him point blank from the mouth. Mark is heavily damaged but alive, snapping.
A very appropriate reaction. Also, I love that she added in the like I assume the original dialogue, or at least recording of the session. Just emotionally torturing this man and then acid blasting him.
Back to reality and throwing Paul's axe to the ground. If I can't have the wand, no one can! Paul picks up one part of his peeled axe. Looks like the manager position just opened up. He
Oh my
throws the axe
God.
and hits Mark, but doesn't kill him. He then picks up the other peeled axe part to throw as well, but it boomerangs around and hits him in the back of the head. Bartholomew grabs the wand from the ground and points it at Mark. This is for everything. The low tax return, the restraining order, for moving in next to me. You're my personal hell! Mark turns to Paul while being zapped by the wand. Would you still let me be your manager, even if I was a...
Oh my god.
You're fired. You guys did it! Please, use the wand to
Oh.
turn me back into a human.
I kinda
Please.
forgot about Luop.
Bartholomew casts the wand's powers onto Lop, finally turning him back into his original
Or
form.
Lop?
Paul and now human Luop lock eyes.
Luop. Okay, so I was right.
Hi, Dad. Paul Jr. Is that you? Oh.
Oh my
and his
God.
long lost son, Paul Jr. embrace. The wand, now all out of magic, crumbles into dust, and the party exits the cave. The bomb is detonate, and the explosions erupt behind them as the group
Oh,
walks
the
out
door.
together. Thanks for watching. This was a different type of video, but I hope you enjoyed it. Especially big thanks to Charlie, Ranbu, and Jacob for the great D&D session. It was super fun, and I really want to play more. I'd like to upload highlights of the actual D&D session to my second channel eventually, but it's not ready yet because I'm bad at planning. So maybe that'll happen one day. Anyway, this was a big project. Thank you to the team as always, and to Sir Meow for the sound effects. Links to everyone are in the description. Okay, I will see you later. Bye-bye.
Oh my god. This was amazing. I absolutely love this video so much. Wow. Okay, I love Jaiden's style. I know I said that a million times in this video, but her style is just genuinely so amazing to me because it's simplistic yet highly detailed. It's it has that animatic feel while also being like an animation, and just her voiceover, she knows how to tell a story. That's one thing that I love about Jaiden Animation, is that she knows how to tell a story, and that comes through so well right here because I could vividly see the actual D&D game happening, and like imagine that through the visuals that she provides. So incredible video, absolutely hilarious too. I thought the humor was hilarious. Yeah, okay, it's been a while, but no, This video was so incredible. I absolutely loved it. Thank you so much for recommending it over in the Discord. But make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you noticed, it did a little like glowy thing if you're on certain platforms, I think. Because if you say subscribe to the video or leave a like, I believe that this is a test, because I believe that the buttons actually like glow or have like an animation when you say that in a video now, because I've seen that happen multiple times, and I don't know if it's something that I have to do or if it's something that YouTube does. Sorry, weird tangent, but make sure you do both of those things because it super helps the channel, and I would love to hit... What's our goal? What's our new goal? We've hit 3,000. What's our new goal? Let's say 4,000? Let's say 4,000 by May. By summer. So that gives us... What? It gives us, it gives us 6 months? That's a fine goal. Let's do that. We're trying to hit 4,000 subscribers by the beginning of summer next year, and I think it'd be totally awesome if we could do that, but that can only happen if you hit subscribe. So if you enjoyed any point of the video, please make sure you do that as well. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all for tomorrow. It depends on when it goes up, or when I finish editing it, but tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow for a Doug Doug reaction. It's going to be the Pajama Sam AI video, which I'm super excited to watch because tons of people have been requesting that in the comments and in the Discord. So I will be watching that either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And whenever you're watching this, I guess that doesn't line up. You know what I mean. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.